there's a node, this fuel HUD. And the fuel HUD has this script, and it has a range, and it does some drawing of itself. And then I've got one on the person as well, person HUD, right? And this one has a separate script, and I wonder if I can actually abstract this and make it the same script. Let's do a compare and see where these scripts are different. I don't know how to do it in here. I don't know how to do it in here. Let's just do it this way. Serendipity. Thanks for the follow. Hello, I am not. You're excellent. See you, Javi. All right. We're gonna meld the person people. Oh, game people. Person HUD GD, and we're gonna do that with fuel station. Fuel HUD GD. Let's see if how these are different. They're identical. They are identical. They are identical. And then the node setups are also identical, but the texture is different. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to save this. To common. I'm going to call it HUD icon. Okay. I'm going to make this script unique. And I'm going to save that to HUD icon GD in common. And then I'm going to call this HUD icon. And I'm going to remove this texture. And I'm going to expose a couple of things. I'm going to export that variable, and I'm going to export icon. This is going to be texture. Can I do that? And now I have this. I have max range and I have icon. And then in here, so this export tells the editor that this is a number, right? It implicitly, because I assigned a value of 650 to it as its default, it implicitly treats it as an int, and it makes the right control over here in the inspector. This one, I didn't have an assignment, so it doesn't know what type of variable this is. So without this, I don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, it needs a a constant assigned to it so that it can infer the type, so it knows what type of control to draw. So what this is it's a hint that says for this export, make it a texture control. And so that's what shows up over here. And then in ready, I can say sprite.texture equals icon, right? So now this is a general purpose thing with a range and an icon. And in the fuel station, instead of the fuel HUD like I have here, I can delete this. What is its transform? That's fine. I can delete this, and then I can replace it with a HUD icon. And my HUD icon is going to be at 0, 0, whatever, but I'm going to set its icon to be the fuel HUD PNG. Okay. And it's not showing up here, which is kind of a problem. So the other thing I can do is say tool, which makes this run in the editor. And then here I can say if engine.editor, if engine.editor hint, then return, right? So I don't want it to process in the editor. And I don't want this to happen in the editor either. Editor hint just says, if this is true, then this script is running in the editor, right? And by saying tool, I'm saying, where is it? In here. HUD icon. Rats, was I modifying the wrong one? No, so I'm okay, I think. We'll see, we'll find out. So yeah, I'm good. So in here it says, this says run this script in the editor, but I'm also saying, look, if you're in the editor, don't do any of this process stuff. And if you're in the editor, if you're running in the editor, don't do this drawing stuff either. But set get set icon func set icon value icon equals value and that. Okay, but if the icon changed, it's going to call this function, and this function will run because I don't have this, and it's going to actually change the sprite texture in the editor. So I think what should happen now, if I'm looking at the fuel station, there's the icon. So now if I clear it, it goes away, right? Quick load, fuel HUD, right? There it is. So I can see it in the editor now. And now it's this general purpose thing, and I can change the range and the icon. And then I can do the same thing with the people. So I can actually delete this scene now. And I can go to person, people person, and I have my person HUD, and I can delete that. And I can replace it with the HUD icon. And that HUD icon, I'm going to load person HUD, right? And then I'm just going to do that, make it invisible for now. And now I can delete person HUD as well. Hey, I'm not. Thank you for the follow. So in here, in people, I can delete both of these, this and this. And I think if I delete that, it's not going to give me any warnings, right? Well, it is saying, look, this can't be undone, but it's not saying, if you try to delete a scene that's being used by another scene, it'll tell you, it'll say, hey, this is being used by other scenes. Are you sure? And then this warning is just, it's really deleting it. So you need to figure that out. This is another reason you use git, because once I delete it, I'll see it show up here. So I can remove it. I can remove this one. right? I see them here. So if I ever need them back, I can just revert these and get them back. That's the nice thing about using Git. And then the fuel station, I can do the same thing. Here, I can delete this, right? No warnings. And that. Right, save that. So now I've replaced this and this and this and this with this common functionality, which I can now use again on Megafuel. So I got my Megafuel barrels that the boss drops. And I can add a HUD icon. And the HUD icon will have a range. Let's make it big. And it'll have an icon, which I have not drawn yet. So we'll draw that next.